MTG resigned. I call bullshit. Listen to everything that I'm about to tell you because I got a bomb to drop on you. The first thing is, oh, she resigned. Yeah, who cares? Let me tell you, she jumped out at the right time. The rat deserted the ship at the right time. Here's what's happening. Not only are we talking BS, but let me go in depth with this, okay? Because I ended up leaping inside of my private clarity group people's butts about this. I can't believe that anybody's falling for this. Don't fall for this stuff. Let me break it down to you like this. She's not the victim. She's not the one being attacked. She's not boo boo boo. She's the person who sided with Trump for years against every victim out there. And now she's screaming, ooh, pretty victims. And all respect to the Epstein victims who are trying to side with her. But no, let's cut the bull. She's using you. She's not trying to help you. Don't y'all fall for that for 1 second. When she says she's going to help the victims and you believe her, bullshit. This is the same one who was dragging her constituents out of the town meetings. She has fucked up with her constituency by siding with Trump. She's fucked up by voting for that big, beautiful bill. Let us not forget that. And she is fucked up with Trump and their side by calling out all the shit that was going on as it relates to, the Epstein files and all of the stuff that's going on the Hill. See, she's a wild candidate, and she can work to our advantage as a wild candidate. But let's be very clear. Just because that ravenous wolf goes after her own base, her own people, don't mean that wolf can't turn on you in a second, in a dime. She's struggling for air. She didn't quit. Here's what happened. She knew she wasn't going to win any further. She wasn't going to get Trump's endorsement. She had already been kicking people out of her town hall meetings. She voted for that big, beautiful bill. Let us not forget she supported Trump in every sexual thing that he did up until this point. Now she's crying wolf. This is the history of racist white women for the last 400 years. When they don't serve their purpose, they'll run to either side. They right there with Massa until the union shows up. They're coming to kill me. No, don't you fall for that shit. It's some bullshit. Let me really blow your mind with something. I said I would, right? Let me blow your mind with this one. We saw Mamdani today, right? He stood there like a G. Why is it that Trump is sitting there going, oh, Mamdani's such a nice person. Mamdani's such a great person. He's so cool. He's so cool. Let me suck him off like Bubba. Let me tell you what just happened. He knows he's getting out of this position. It's done. And when he hits the streets, who's coming for him? New York. Because if they found anything with Epstein and him in New York, it's going to be a problem. Talking about, do I have any problem living in New York? No, I have no problem living in New York. Why is he so capitulating? Because he knows that Mamdani got that ass. It's about to be on. The real thing is that MTG is brilliant at timing. Notice she did that on the same day he sucked off Mamdani. The same day. Why? Why? Because she knows that MAGA bases are outraged and walking away from Trump, and she figures she's going to walk away too. She's one of many who's walking away from Trump because they know the game is up. He's a lame duck. Oh, she's not going to be the only woman or man walking away from him. On top of that, this is going to get real, real cute, where a lot of these people who voted for the big, beautiful bill, a lot of these people who kicked out their own base out there at town hall meetings, a lot of these people who gladly stood tall while Trump was associated with every kind of sexual innuendo and every kind of sexual rape. Let's just call it what it is, okay? All of this stuff, while he's associated with that, they stood tall. Now they're sitting there saying, we cannot have this. No, they see a weak point in politics that they can take advantage of to save their ass either in public office or in private sector where they'll get even more money. Be very clear where the game is happening. They're playing this side because they know he's going out, and MTG is one of the most famous rats to desert trip. The ship. She's there, Benedict Arnold, for the right. Yeah, that works in our favor, but let us not be crazy or confused that a ravenous wolf is attacking his master because it can still attack us. Let's be very clear. No sympathy for her. And don't listen to that stupid shit that she's saying about, well, she's going to help the victims. Really? Really, you believe that? Well, she stood with that man for 9 years. She stood with that man for 9 years and knew everything he did and spoke up to him and gladly beat her chest, wore her red MAGA hat at the State of the Union where it wasn't allowed. Even Biden looked at it, well, as old and senile as Biden got, Biden was like, that was a wake-up call, and he went in the other direction. He didn't say nothing to her. Yeah, for real. She beat her chest on this shit. You know she did. And now all of a sudden it's, oh, I'm the victim. The history of racist white women, they will jump sides and turn on your ass like a motherfucker. And this is what she's doing. And hey, as long as she attacking the master, that's fine. But have your ready for the moment she decides to turn on us and any of those victims, because then victims don't realize that this woman who's working on their behalf right now can turn on them in a second. Remember everything that woman did. Remember, she did it for years, gladly beat her chest and supported that man. And now she's coming back like that because she knows it's the beginning. It's not the end, but it is the end of the beginning and going towards the beginning of the end. Once Mom Donnie's in this position. See, first of all, let me tell you what's going to happen. Trump is going to come back attacking Mom Donnie once he's gone. Don't be surprised. I'm sure you're not. Mom Donnie stood strong with what he was going to do. And it's very clear that Mom Donnie is going to be standing on some business. We're going to see how this works as far as logistics, standing on some business. And New York is going to be the next target. They are. They're going to be the next target. Here's the thing that's going to get interesting from there, okay? Excuse me, I got to blow my nose because I'm allergic to bullshit. I'm amazed I didn't do that every single video. Here's the thing. What's going to happen is that this man through Epstein is going to get kicked out. He's going to be on the streets. A bunch of civil suits going to hit him. But here's the thing that's going to really hit him. If they found any minor thing in the Epstein list, and be very clear, one way or another it's coming out. He can either release it, or it's going to get leaked. And he already knows people have it. He knows one way or another, bring it out. If he's smart, he just let it go out there and deal with it the way he can. But he's become very, very nice to the right people. He's become very kind to the right people while he's trying to demand Zelensky give up his whole country like a capitulating punk that our president is. Oh no, don't you let MTG for 1 second confuse you on what she's doing. Yeah, she's tacking them good, but she's trying to grab the MAGA base that's turning against him, which is starting to look like a lot more people versus for him. Then she's trying to claim, they're coming after me, they're hurting me. She's had her life threatened since she's been in this position. Congress people get life threatened all the time. The way she speaks about people cutting their benefits and shit, of course they've been threatened. And I don't believe in her getting hurt or any violence upon her. I do not support that no more than I did Charlie Kirk or the attempts on Trump's life. No. But I'm trying to tell you is that this is not new shit. She's trying to weaponize it by doing it. She's learned from Trump very well. The student has learned very well from the master to use this to her advantage. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. She's going to try to run for governor. She's going to try to run for senator. She's going to try to run for something. But she's got a 7-figure net worth, by the way. She's got money. Let's say she goes over in the private sector. She could pull that off, too, as a consultant. Somebody will give her consultant money. Oh, yes, they will. She's done a lot of favors over the last how many years she's been in this. And she support the heck out of Trump. But let me explain something to you. Trump is a lame duck. He's going down. He is on his way down. He is on his way out the door. This is his end game. And she knows it. And if she wants to stay around, whether it be in public sector or private sector, she has to make this move because she's not going to be the only one. She's making an early move. Her timing is impeccable. All these people pissed off and Mom Donnie and stuff. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. It's over. Game over. Stick a fork in him, he's done. And MTG is full of shit. Don't you think for 1 second, MTG is good. MTG, I'm the victim. No, you ain't the victim. You rabid dog, you are not the victim. You're the person who's getting off a dying ship, who's getting away from lame ducks, who's moving away. You're moving away quicker than those sirens away from me. You're moving away. They're going. They're leaving. All these GOP, they realize they're in trouble, y'all. They're in the biggest of trouble. They voted for that big, beautiful bill. They let this man do all this stuff for the last 11 months. They realize there's an Epstein tie-in that's going to get out one way or another, either directly through Trump and the DOJ, or it's going to leak out. We're going to find out what happened. And if it's bad enough, they're going to come after him. But just even if we're not finding out, the longer it takes to find out, the worse it's going to get. That's why he's getting nice and calming it down a little bit. But he's saying this crazy about, let's have the Dems executed. The reason he want them executed because the Dems are advising the military to follow their civic duty and their rights to the law because the military's asking. They're like, okay, should we be doing this? Coast Guard's like, wait a minute, something's wrong here. We just blowing up the boats. We ain't stopping them, arresting them. We blowing up the boats. We weren't in danger. We sitting there just killing. We're murdering people. And they're asking, we don't want to do this. This is wrong. We know this is wrong. What's going on? We're not trying to go to jail for, disobeying orders, but something's wrong with this. This is murder. But I'm trying to tell you right now is that MTG is full of crap. Don't believe the hype. I swear to you, this is probably the number one. It's not fight the power with public enemy. It's don't believe the hype. Because that's all she's coming with is hype. She's coming with hype. And as they say, hype in the crack pipe. She's coming with this bullshit trying to tell people that she's in danger. She's been in danger. Her mouth has made her in danger. But the MAGA people are trying to come after me. They're not coming after you because of what you did against Trump and Epstein. They're coming after you because you threw them out of your own town hall meetings. You fucked them over. See, been fucking over her people. She signed a bill that would take billions out of Georgia and hospitals and people. It's done. And then on top of that, you got Trump on his side saying he ain't going to support you. You're in a losing position. You got no choice but to resign. Let's get out and see if we can run early for something else or position ourselves away from this bullshit and come back in a year or two. That's what it is. It's a game changer, a game mover. Because she knows she's dead in Congress. Nobody's working with her. People walking away from her. And here's the thing. People are walking away from Trump. The game is on. So why in the world stay around? Why not quit? And what better time to quit than when Mamdani went up there, stood tall, and Trump sat there and befriended and niced him. Right in front of the world. MAGA's so hurt over that. They so mad over that. You mad. You do mega mad. You do mega mad. Mamdani. They so mad at that. Of course she's getting out. But don't you believe for 1 minute that pit bull who sat there and turned on his master ain't gonna turn on us. Fuck her forever. And don't you believe for 1 second she gonna help the victims. Stupid people believe that. You're not stupid. Stupid. She's helping victims. She's helping her. She's helping MTG. She's making moves to protect herself and fuck up everybody else as long as she's taking care of her. She learned well from her master. She learned well. Now let me tell you something else to blow your mind, Cincy, this far. If Donald Trump redacts any of this stuff, it's his ass. I've said this before. And it's going to get leaked out anyway. I said this before. But here's the megaton bomb to drop. MTG know all the secrets on all the Hill on the other sexual allegations. If you really for the victims, why don't you start opening your mouth about that? She said it. She started to hint with it with Gates earlier this year. She said, "Oh, let's stop acting like Gates is the only one that's in trouble with with Congress for sexual allegations." And all them men got mad than a motherfucker. I think that was the beginning of an end right there. Oh, they got mad. They tried to shut her up real quick. Shut up, Miss Piggy. That's where that came from. You know, they were too mad. Oh, they were lit. They were lit. They were mad. Understand something. MTG is a wild gun who will go wild gun on anybody. Everybody's a target. We got to be aware. Don't you think for one second that the enemy of my enemy is my friend. The enemy of my enemy, okay, is my enemy. But we going to stand back and watch my enemy attack my other enemy. And just stand out the way. Because this chick is super dangerous. She knows a lot of secrets. She knows a lot of inside stuff. But the thing is, she's trying to position herself as a victim. It's bullshit. She is not the victim. Oh, no. And this shit that she says she gonna do for these victims, I hope their attorneys or somebody are cleverly saying to the victims, be prepared for this chick to turn on you. Because she will. I know they're trying to pimp her as much as she's trying to pimp them. But let me tell you, she's very skilled in that game. She is very skilled. She learned from the master. She learned from the orange-haired master. So she's resigning. Oh, it's so bad. And she's going to help the victims. Don't you fall for that shit. Anybody who's stupid enough to believe that, please send this to do me a favor, y'all, and send this to anybody who's stupid enough, you think is stupid enough to believe that MTG is our friend now. She's our friend. She's for the victims. No, she was out there for 9 years fucking up everybody, verbally, who dare open their mouth. Attacking everybody. Anybody remember how she attacked immigrants and people who were black and brown people? Don't you get it twisted. That's like in the Spike Lee movie, Four Little Girls. If you haven't seen it, it's the story about the 4 little Alabama teenage girls in the church that got bombed in Birmingham, Alabama. And you had George Wallace. He interviewed George Wallace, who said, segregation now, segregation forever. And now, after he got shot, he changed his ways. He loves black people. He had this black caregiver who was looking at the camera. And the black caregiver and black people, we automatically knew what that look was. Like, listen, I'm working, I got a job, but this motherfucker right here. But George Wallace was saying that, I love black people now. You're my only friend. Driving Miss Daisy. Come on. No. Don't believe for 1 second this woman, MTG, is on our side. We ain't falling for that shit. She's pulling a George Wallace. Well, I was a victim like you. No, bitch, you weren't. No, you aren't, butch bitch body. No, you were not a victim. You sat there and supported Trump no matter who cried as a victim and said they were wrong. Don't you believe those crocodile tears? Because she lying. She suffered from diabetes. And that's the truth, insulin of it. Put in the comments, diabetes. You know what I'm talking about. MTG, diabetes. Put that in the comments. MTG, diabetes. Because she lied. We call her Oriental Persian. You know why? She lied like a rug. She lied just like a rug. She's lying. She lying. Don't you believe it? Oh, she resigning. Game recognized game. Over. It's over for Trump. She's like a rat. She's deserting. And she's not going to be the only one. There's going to be a whole bunch of GOP who are going to try to throw this man under the bus to save their careers and their asses. Shit, $174,000 a year is a lot of money. Plus, they get a congressional budget. Not to mention all the campaign money and blah, blah, blah. They living nice. They living nice, especially for where Miss Georgia is at. Shoot, the cost of living there is low in her area. That's major money. Major money. Reason she's resigning in January, she can get that pension. She can get some of that pension money, man. Facts. So be very clear. She's a clever, clever individual. She is incredibly clever. But do not believe this hype on that, because that's some crack pipe if you believe in the hype. Watch my next video, please.